Thank you very much, viewers, for joining us on yet another episode on the Our Media Tech channel, where we talk about companies, we talk about products, we talk about emerging technology and their impacts on society. Today, we're talking about a very essential item when it comes to technology on our digital spaces, and this goes by the name VPNs, Virtual Private Networks. Now, in recent times, you've seen the surge of fluctuations in internet service providing from our internet service providers. Typical is the example of network disruption in countries like Ghana, Liberia, Togo, so many countries across the continent just a few weeks ago. Now, we are talking about how to use VPNs, whether they are advantageous or not, and what exactly constitutes a VPN. Now, before that, I'll tell a story. It's a story from the 1960s of a man called Alan Turing. Now, Alan Turing was a mathematician, not 1960, I beg your pardon, it's actually 1940 to 1950. So this was at the height of World War II, and Germans were making great advances towards the British. Now, Alan Turing was a mathematician who was secured in a certain very low-key program, if you may, to create a computer that could decode a very powerful German machine that was coding their messages so that those messages could not be received by the enemies. This message coding device was called the Enigma. Now, the Enigma was supposed to code messages by the Germans and send them in very encrypted forms so that the US or any other allies could not get access to the message. Hence, security was very paramount. However, Alan Turing, who was a British national, was able to create a machine to crack the code. Hence, he's become known as one of the fathers of computing. It's on this backdrop that VPNs take a very major stance, in the sense that in this era of hacking and digital malpractices, it's very important to have security on our airwaves, on our digital spaces, just like the Germans sought to have when it came to war. So essentially, security is a major act of war. Well, not war in the sense of World War II, but war in the sense of security when it comes to our data, comes to private matters, comes to information from businesses, companies, and the like. So VPNs are very important. Now, here's why. First of all, VPNs are able to cause very good encryption of your messages or data, so that would mean that your data cannot easily be accessed by third-party companies. Then again, your IP address can be masked by a VPN to make sure that your location cannot be tracked, once again, by third-party companies or even government agencies that need your location for all kinds of reasons known to them. So VPNs are very advantageous in the sense that, like I said, one, give you good encryption so that you cannot be easily accessed. Two, they also keep your address safe. Then again, VPNs are important in the sense that there are certain services that are region bound. For example, there are some services like, say, WhatsApp or others that may not be accessible in certain regions, say China. So anybody who lives from an accessible region to an unaccessible region has to download a VPN to enable them to access these particular services. So that's an example of what a VPN will do for you. It gives you access to a service that is not available in a certain region. All right. So major advantages coming for VPNs. However, there are the downsides of some VPNs, because some VPNs do the contrary of what they are supposed to do. They actually leak your information to third-party companies for things like advertisements, for all kinds of information uploads and downloads from your device. Some VPNs give you access or give vent to viruses coming into your tech devices to actually sell to you various software, antivirus software. So VPNs can also have their downside, and so it's important that anyone who is going in for a VPN goes in for one that is really accredited. And that's why regularly our phones have VPN updates that we can make to make sure that we are good to go. However, we can actually access new ones from the internet to back up what we have regularly on our phone. So that's what VPNs do for us. It's important that in this time and age, we have VPNs installed for access to a lot of things. Then again, I need to mention that businesses do what we call local access network, in the sense that departments and companies need to send information across to one another. And so they need to be able to encrypt their messages so that people cannot hack into their systems and take their information. Example, banks, telcos, other major corporations, because once the data is gotten, data is money. And so they're going to lose huge sums of money from having their systems hacked. So whenever you're told or you're asked to go for a VPN, I think it would be the best thing to do because VPNs have a lot of advantages compared to their disadvantages. I hope this video has been beneficial to you. Thank you very much for staying with us until we come your way again with yet another profile of another company, product, or emerging technology. It's been the Our Media Technology channel, and we see you.